Hello everybody and welcome to an update on the 2024 Total Solar Eclipse. So the last country I'm going to be timing out the eclipse in is going to be Canada. And starting off with Niagara Falls, you're going to be in the path of totality. In Niagara Falls, Ontario, your partial eclipse is going to start at 2:04 p.m. Totality is going to start at 3:18 p.m. local time. Your totality is going to max out at 3:20 p.m. end at 3:21 p.m. Your partial eclipse is going to end at 4:31 p.m. You're going to be seeing exactly 3.5 minutes of totality if you live in Niagara Falls, Canada. And this also goes for St. Catharines. So if you plan on traveling to Niagara Falls, you're going to be able to see a double wonder of nature, a total solar eclipse over Niagara Falls. Looking at Hamilton, Canada, Hamilton, Ontario, your eclipse starts at 2:03 p.m. Totality starts at 3:18 p.m. Totality maxes at 3:19 p.m. ends at 3:19 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 4:31 p.m. You're going to be seeing 1 minute and 45 seconds of totality if you live in Hamilton, Ontario. Moving up to the northeast towards Kingston, Ontario, your eclipse starts at 2:09 p.m. Totality starts at 3:22 p.m. Totality maxes at 3:23 p.m. ends at 3:25 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 4:34 p.m. You're going to be seeing 3 minutes and 2 seconds of totality in Kingston, Ontario. Moving up to the northeast towards Cornwall, Ontario, your partial eclipse starts at 2:12 p.m. local time. Totality starts at 3:24 p.m. local time. Maxes out at 3:26 p.m. ends at 3:27 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 4:35 p.m. And you're going to be seeing 2 minutes and 11 seconds of totality if you live in Cornwall, Ontario. Now moving up into Quebec. Montreal, you're on the very edge of the path of totality. Only areas in central and southern Montreal will see totality. Your partial eclipse starts at 2:14 p.m. Totality starts at 3:26 p.m. Maxes out at 3:27 p.m. ends at 3:28 p.m. Partial eclipse ends at 4:36 p.m. local time. You're going to be seeing totality again in central southern Montreal for 1 minute and 25 seconds. Moving to the east towards Sherbrooke, Canada, or Sherbrooke, Quebec, your partial eclipse starts at 2:16 p.m. Totality starts at 3:27 p.m. Maxes out at 3:29 p.m. ends at 3:31 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 4:38 p.m. And you're going to be seeing totality for 3 minutes and 24 seconds if you live in Sherbrooke, Quebec. Now jumping across over to New Brunswick, looking at Florence, Bristol, Heartland, and Woodstock in southwestern New Brunswick. Your partial eclipse starts at 3:22 p.m. local time. Totality starts at 4:32 p.m. Totality maxes at 4:34 p.m. ends at 4:35 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 5:41 p.m. You're going to be seeing totality for 3 minutes and 21 seconds if you live in Florenceville, Bristol, Heartland, and Woodstock in western New Brunswick. Moving up the path of totality into northeastern New Brunswick around Blackville and Rogersville. Your partial eclipse starts at 3:25 p.m. Totality starts at 4:34 p.m. Eclipse maxes out at 4:35 p.m. Totality ends at 4:37 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 5:42 p.m. You're going to be seeing totality for 3 minutes and 17 seconds in Blackville and Rogersville, New Brunswick. Moving up to the Magdalen Islands, your partial eclipse is going to start at 3:30 p.m. local time. Totality is going to start at 4:37 p.m. Max out at 4:39 p.m. Totality will end at 4:40 p.m. Partial eclipse will end at 5:44 p.m. You're going to be seeing 3 minutes and 9 seconds of totality if you live in the Magdalen Islands. And then finally moving up towards Newfoundland, first in Codroy and Doyle's, your partial eclipse starts at 4:02 p.m. local time. Totality starts at 5:09 p.m., maxes out at 5:11 p.m., ends at 5:12 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 6:15 p.m. You're going to be seeing totality for about 3 minutes and 5 seconds in Codroy and Doyle's, Newfoundland. And then finally, our last location for the 2024 solar eclipse is going to be in the towns of Glovertown, Traytown, Bonavista, and Catalina in eastern Newfoundland. And your partial eclipse starts at 4:08 p.m. Local time. Your totality starts at 5:13 p.m., maxes out at 5:14 p.m., ends at 5:16 p.m. Your partial eclipse ends at 6:17 p.m. And you're going to be seeing totality for about 2 minutes and 54 seconds in east central Newfoundland. So the eclipse is only about 4 days away. So make sure you are preparing for the big event across from Mexico through the US and Canada. However, in some areas, clouds may be an issue, and I'm going to be doing an update on that over the next couple of days. Make sure you're wearing your eclipse glasses until totality occurs if you live anywhere along the path. Thanks for watching. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day, my friends.